Okay. Are we live? We should be live. This feels a little weird. Okay. Awesome. Looks like we are up and live on everything. Let's go. Alright, hopefully the mic doesn't drop randomly, because it's happened a few times already at this point. Okay, so what we're gonna be doing today is, as you can probably see here, the Glorious Lynx switches. So basically, oh wait, no, that's incorrect. I'm a fool. There we go. The Glorious Lynx switches, yeah! Alright, so yeah, right now we're gonna be doing a swap for the Glorious Lynx switches, and the reason for that, honestly, is mostly to do because I have to film some B-roll for the review of these specific switches, and I kind of forgot to do that. So I do have the sound test before it's lubed and after it's lubed, and most of the scripting kind of done. I already have the points written out. I just have to script out a actual worded script where, of course, it's not like the best thing ever, just because it's like, oh yes, I'll stiff, what's it called? See, this is why I script things. I can't remember words at one point. Okay, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna take this apart a little bit, and we're gonna swap onto Ocean, and I'm thinking of doing a small format change for some of, not just the keyboards, but on Mondays I might start randomly, not entirely randomly, at least once a month, the keyboard streams will kind of become a photo stream, just because if I'm gonna do a thumbnail, I might as well show it on stream, because I try to go for colorful but moody, where it's a little different than some of the photos out there. But yeah, it's not the best thing, but if you want to see it, it's Enthusiast Naka. Not Enthusiast Naka, Enthusiast Impressions. You can search it up, and it will be there. You can see it on the thumbnails. I don't know. But what was I gonna do? I keep forgetting. Okay, so instead, we are going to do that. So let's do a sound test on these, because, like, you know, just to get things readied up. You know, do we have to? I'm already late, but I literally was gonna start the stream 15 minutes ago. I wanted to get some water, and wait, where is my water? There it is. Okay, I wanted to get some water, and then I kind of felt something in my stomach, and I went, ooh, maybe it's best if I went before instead of after. Okay, and also my lighting changed just a little bit, just a wee little bit. I changed one thing about my lighting. I don't know if you guys would notice. Let me know if you do notice. But yeah, it is one of those few things. So we are going to swap these and also swap this out. I do realize I don't have a cover for this. Huh. I mean, it's the good and blue, so I just pull out the good and blue, right? Oh no, I have a bunch of things. Why do I never ever prep my streams? I don't understand why I don't prep my streams. I really should be prepping all my stuff right before the stream instead of just before. You know? Because I pseudo-prepped a little bit. I didn't fully prepped, apparently. Okay, so I have that here. This should be the good and blue, I believe. No, but where do I put this then, if the good and blue is going to be there? What is this? Oh, this is just the ducky. Oh, I understand. Oh no, this is the SA set. What? Then where's the good and blue set? Oh no, I'm a fool. I'm simply a fool. You know, I hate myself sometimes. Can you tell? I hate myself sometimes. I just make things harder for no apparent reason. Okay. You know, it might be one of those days where I'm just gonna give up and say, hey, you know what? It's fine. All I have to do is this one thing, and I'm just gonna pretend that it's absolutely great. Everything's absolutely fine. There's nothing going on around here. There's that. There's that. The good and blue set. So I have the SA. Where do I put the good and blue? I swear to God, I do not want to put it. Okay, the only place I can put the good and blue is a clear plastic container. I don't know about that, honestly. I do not know about that. That sounds like a horror show waiting to happen, to be honest. This is MT3. Those are not it. Those are LL loops. Oh my god, I actually have it out. I swear to god if I have it out. I have it out! I'm a fool! I was prepped. Oh my god, I do have it out. I'm dumb. I am only but a fool who knows nothing of anything. Alright, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna swap to this. This is the Glorious, because Glorious on Glorious products makes it a little more better. And then we're gonna be doing photos. Okay, so I'm gonna take this off, and I've noticed, if I don't know if anyone's really noticed. Oh, let me close this off. All right. Wow, this music is really loud in my ears. Is it loud to you guys? I don't know. Hopefully you guys aren't hearing too much of that. Let me just double check my stream. Huh. I cannot hear the... I cannot hear... No, I can't hear any of the audio. Oh. Okay, okay. Maybe here now? Now? Okay. Okay, there we go. Alright, it's not too bad. We'll just leave it at that. Oh my god. Alright. Okay, where was I? Okay, yeah, we're gonna be removing these. I had my puller out. Yeah, so right now I do believe I have the browns inserted. Let me just take this off real quick. Boom. Push that through. Put this down. Okay. Alright, yeah. I don't know. I feel that a lot of people have been getting sick quite lately. I know one of my coworkers called in sick a couple days ago, and I was like, oh man, that's a lot more work to do on my end. And it was one of those things where, oh yeah, cool. And then I went to League. There was like a Pokemon League that happens on the weekends, and I go to it once in a while. And yeah, the league, or both of them got sick on that same day. And they're like, oh yeah, the first one got sick on the day prior, and the second one got sick that day. And I'm sitting here going, oh my god, whatever's going around, it's not destroying everybody, but it is wrecking them for the most part. It's one of those, oh, that's bad types of sickness that's been going around so far. I don't know if anyone's noticed. I do live north of the border, so to speak, so it might be different. Then again, I do believe Vancouver is one of the more populated cities in Canada, so it does make sense that everyone's going out and about, and ever since the whole COVID thing happened, no one really cares. And honestly, I wish people learned a lot more from COVID. If you are sick and you actually have to go to work, because of course money, it matters, you have to pay rent and all that, but you are in a condition that allows you to kind of work at the very least, then I would suggest at the very least wear a mask, guys. Like, I know it sucks. Oh, I'm already sick and then I have to wear a mask. I'm like, it's not for you, it's for everyone else, for the most part. And honestly, if you wore a mask the entirety of COVID, and if you've done that the entirety of COVID, what's 1 or 2 days? That way not everyone gets sick, because I believe if you are sick and you go into the office, you are effectively slowly creating a round robin where everybody is just slowly getting sick. Everybody's just slowly getting sick, you know? It goes from, oh, that guy got sick, the next guy got sick, another person got sick from the same team, and you're going, uh-oh, it's making its round, it's going through. And one way to stop that is literally just wear a mask. And I've seen a couple of my coworkers actually do that. They wear a mask and it's great. And honestly, respect. respect, because if I'm sick, half the time, I'm just sick enough that I don't feel like wearing a mask, because I would maybe cough or sneeze or do the sick thing or blow my nose maybe once every 2 hours or so, and it's fine. But other than that, it's like, oh, it's not too bad. And the people who wear the mask, oh, almost every hour at least, every 15 minutes, they're like coughing or heaving or like, oh, I need to blow my nose or whatnot. So that makes sense. So they are sick enough for that. Oh, the shift. I think the shift is one of those. So let's go, because we need to do at least a typing test, and they'll do a, what was this? Left hand side, right? Oh wait, I'm a fool. I could have just been putting it into its case the entire time. Oh yeah, the accent keys on this are white, which is nice. Which is why it matched with the light blue on, what's it called? The ocean keycaps, as they call it. So let's take this off. Oh, let's put this back. Let's put all this back. Hold up. There we go. Oh no. Maybe to the left. The left makes more sense. There you go. Oh, best pen Muji has ever made. I don't understand why they stopped selling these. Although I do understand that because of this tip, if you drop this very specific pencil, that works great. It works absolutely lovely. It will just destroy the pen. The pen will not work, period. It's not a pen, it's a mechanical pencil. It's the 0.3 mil. Oh, upside down. 0.3 millimeter. There you go. I like how center weighted this this camera is. It's so center weighted that the moment you put anything in the center, it's just gone. It just focuses on that and goes, nope, I'm focusing on that and that alone. Nothing else. Whatever's in the center. Okay. As long as you understand the rules of how to use a specific camera, you will do a lot better on that specific camera. It's crazy. Yeah. Oh, and which brings me to thought. I'm thinking of doing streams for, what's it called? Art streams, for the lack of a better term, where I go through my photography. It's not great photography. I'm not the best, all right? Don't get me wrong. I don't feel like I'm highly qualified to say, oh, this is how you're supposed to do this. No. This is how I do it. That's it. Not actually, oh, this is how you're supposed to do it. It's just, this is how I do it, because I do it this very specific way because I like it that way. And that's it. There's nothing crazy, nothing very specific to it. It's just that my preference for this specific style, I suppose, a lot of them are just top-down shots, and you'd be surprised how many top-down shots don't really exist, because I've searched for a lot of product photography, especially on sites like YouTube and Twitch. I don't think Twitch has a photography section, does it? It should be in the art, but I've never heard of it. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I'm pretty sure other streaming sites like Kick are mostly just games, right? And IRL stuff. Nothing to do with actual photography. So I'm thinking maybe I'm hitting a niche that no one's touched, and for good reason, because no one really cares. But I do. So there should be at least one or two, right? But yeah, so I'm gonna try that a little bit, see where it heads. And it will just be me creating my thumbnails for YouTube, honestly. It's nothing crazy. Instead of, me just sitting there for an hour trying to figure out this very specific thing that I want to take a photo of. But yeah, I have to set that up though, and that's kind of part of the problem. And today I am gonna see if I can try that out if we have time, is the thing. So if we have time, or if it's before 10, I should be able to do that. But if not, then I really can't do anything about that, right? It's not much I can do. So we put this out. There we go. There we go. That shift we can keep. This, I forget. This section sucks. Thank you. Grab that. Oh, these are different keycaps. I think. No, wait, these are the double shot. These are Corsair keycaps. Yeah, these are Corsair. Weird. Yeah, so Corsair keycaps are kind of weird. Okay, so just to compare, let's grab the same exact key. This one. Okay, so here are both keycaps, the lefts, right? Fairly the same, fairly standard. Obviously, the other one's see-through for RGB. If you look underneath, the keycap is much thicker, like ridiculously thicker. Because, like, this is the regular size in the corner, but the sidewalls, the rest of the sidewalls, are much thicker than usual. Honestly, good on them. Awesome. That is an awesome, awesome thing to have been able to do. And I don't see why it's not more commonplace to have those specific types. And I get why. It's because you're gonna have an issue depending on what source you have, not source, what keyboard you have, and the interference with the switches. So it'll depend on the switches where it will start interfering just because the clearance is so small, and making it any thicker causes issues. Which is why some people just go, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna bother. I'm not going to. Left, right. Down, up, and right. There you go. There we go. So these keycaps I know are the extras for this set. It's quite nice actually. It's a nice thick. You like that? Nice thick legend. My personal favorite. I like these ones. If I could make them in white and red, or white and dark green, a really nice dark green. Basically, it has to be so bright before you realize it's green, type of green. Yeah. Okay, and that shift is already there, so we can now take. All right, I have to take this off anyways. I suppose. All right, and then I'll take these. Where's my keycap puller? I had it like 3 seconds ago to pull one of these switches out. I am a fool. Yet again. Is it here? Okay, I found one of my tools, which was on the table. I'm gonna find. Oh, I see it. I see it. It's a yellow on yellow. Okay, it's a darker yellow. Okay, I will admit, but still, I'm just a fool. That's what I am. Oh my gosh. All right, so I'll grab that. Put these. So these are Lube Cherry MX Browns. Yeah, these are Lube Cherry MX Browns. I had to make sure. I was like, oh, are they Lube Cherry MX Browns? Yeah, I think I only have one set of MX Browns anyways. Yeah. And again, I have to TLDR this because these are previously used Cherry MX Browns, and you can probably see them here. There you go. A lot closer. They were previously used, right? Like, they're very used. The problem with used keycaps on especially hot swap sockets is that they will ruin KL hot swap sockets because of how much thicker they are. They will bend the pins, not the pins per se, not these pins. The pins inside the KL hot swap sockets, so that it doesn't quite contact when you put a regular switch in. And at that point, I don't know. I think the KL hot swap is not great. And recently, Alex Sotos showed off a design, and I know there's a bit of controversy going on regarding Angel, who, not Angel specifically, Angel gave some designs for a prototype that is supposed to be used by a very specific person. They'll just not name them because one, I can't remember, and two, I don't exactly want to spread them around. But Angel made a really good artist for keyboards and stuff. They sent Alex Sotos, another keyboard creator who does streams, they sent Alex Sotos a glass keyboard, and the PCB has really good looking skulls on the back. It looks lovely. Amazing, especially with that glass PCB, you see everything. It was like, oh my god, so good. But one of the things Alex made sure that people were aware of, it's factory mil-maxed. And I'm sitting there going, factory mil-maxed? Okay, is there some issue with mil-maxing? that doesn't make sense to just have a factory done, because I would take that over Kale hot swap sockets, because the NK65 right there up top, I'm gonna show here. Oh my god, I can't even see it on my own camera. There you go. You see this green one? I'm gonna point into it. Yeah, right there, right there. This green one. I don't understand why it didn't. Okay, there's that green one. That's the NK65. All right, that's from Novel Keys. NK65. NK65. Yes, of course. The NK65 from Novel Keys uses Kale hot swap sockets, and I wasn't entirely aware that there was an issue with Kale hot swap sockets popping out by pushing them a little too hard, and I broke 3 in one stream, a single stream. All I was doing was swapping switches around, and they happened to be just like this one. One of the few switches where it was pre-soldered. It was soldered previously. So what happens is, I think this would be one of them as well. You can probably see it on this one. Oh, Jesus Christ. I have to get a hang of this streaming thing. You see this one here? It is pre-soldered. You can see a section, as you can see there, of this very specific stem. It is thicker. In one way, it is slightly thicker. So what happened is, because there was just a little bit of solder left on that specific stem, it pushed the rest of the socket down, breaking contact. And I think there was 2 streams where I tried to fix it. 2 entire streams of just that, because I kept trying to fix it. And it was ridiculous. I was just like, oh my god, 3. And in one of the streams, I think I broke a 4th. Hey, Tilt, what's up? Finally caught a stream. Yes, indeed. It's one of those things. I mean, I do stream regularly at a specific time, but yeah, my streams are mostly this every Monday, and then I might randomly, because I need to do a YouTube thumbnail, have a photo stream, which will be, you know, my way of doing things, because it's a little weird. But yeah, I was talking about the NK65. So yeah, I broke one of my keyboards, basically doing a bunch of stuff. Oh hey Cray, how's it doing? Yeah. Oh, weren't you streaming just earlier, Cray? Are you already done? Because when I was setting up, I saw you were online. Damn. But yeah. Oh my god. But yeah, I literally broke a couple switches, and this one I put in these Cherry MX Browns, these ones, which are previously soldered to my really old keyboards, specifically that ROG in the back. So it's an old gaming keyboard that I put it on, and I ended up basically breaking one of, not breaking, pushing or spreading the pins on the inside of these hot swap sockets. So I'm gonna push it. Oh, you lost all 4 games? Oh, that's so bad. I'm so sorry about that, Gray. So as you can see here, this is a hot swap socket keyboard. On the inside, there's gonna be like a small slit. And in that small slit, there are 2 basically pins, and all they do is this. They're just there holding, and every time a switch comes in, it just spreads because there's contact. So it's all it's doing is this. That's all it's doing. And then something comes in, it goes like that, and it goes back out. However, because of the extra thickness, it goes like this a little too far, and it comes back, and it's no longer touching. So you have to get a pin, and instead of, oh my god, this looks so bad. But yeah, basically you have a pin going in and not even quite touching things. So if you push a certain way, it'll touch one side or the other. But in order to basically stop that from happening, all I have to do is twist the pin just a little bit so it contacts at least one of the sides. So it's annoying, and it might happen with this right now, just because as you can see on this one, it wasn't previously soldered. It never has been soldered at all. It's all been in hot swap socket boards, so I don't have to do anything. And it's ridiculous. I don't know. I have no clue. But yeah. Oh, and this is a 5-pin. I don't know why, but their Lynx is a 5-pin. So 5 pins. Like one, this does nothing other than stabilize it. 2, 3, 4, and then the center pin. So 5-pin. And I'm like, okay, that's fine and all. And I prefer 5 pins over the 3-pin. But still, I'm a little confused as to why, for example, I'm gonna bring out the Glorious just to prove a point. Just to prove a point. It's right here anyways. Right, so these are the Glorious Pandas, same company. And this is the Lynx, same company. Look at the bottom. Oh, sorry. Let's see. These have pins? And these don't have pins. Why? I have no clue. I don't know. Because this is the earlier one, and this came later. I don't know why they would switch it up, especially when their board, the main complaint that it was too thick. Not too thick. Too hard. There was no flex. And I think they came into the market a little too early. Go back in and bend the prongs back in place. How hard could it be? No, that's the problem. The prongs tilt. The prongs, here's my finger for scale. Can you even see the hole in this thing? There's nothing I can stick in there. This barely sticks in there. Like this. I have to bend this. This is what I have to bend instead because this is the only thing I can access. I cannot. What am I sticking in here? Do you have any tool that will go back in one of these holes? The black ones. Very specifically, the black ones. You see that? That little thing? What am I sticking in there to bend it? You can basically practically see the metal stems. It's like, god damn it. It's so hard. I hate it. Oh my god. How hard could it be, they said. Very hard. I'm pretty sure there might be a tool to do it. How hard? I said what I said. How hard could it be? Oh my god. Oh, very. It turns out very hard. But I bet you Kale might have a tool internally that helps with that. But I don't think they want to release it. Because imagine, it's like, yeah, we're releasing this very specific tool to fix a very specific problem made because you used our products. And it's a problem. But here's the solution to a problem that definitely didn't exist. You know? It's basically admitting they made a mistake. Yeah, and honestly, I think a few things could be changed with the Kale hot swap sockets. For one, just like Alex Sotos did mention on their video, or during their stream, as you can see here, there is nothing holding it in place other than the solder on the back. So if the solder is the failure point, I don't see why they can't make this flange out into an actual grip up the top. So even if it is just the slightest bit of grip, it should increase its resistance to getting lifted off, or the pads basically lifting off and disconnecting from the board. Because there's extra friction, in other words, it requires much more force for it to be lifted off. Because it's relying on the friction in between the board while also disconnecting. Oh, not disconnecting. Making sure it is stable. Also, increasing the tolerance or the spring back of those springs might help too. So I think those are the only two things. So if they have a Kale hot swap socket 2.0, that's it. And making it smaller in the back. And that's it. I don't know. Because the pads are very specific to being Kale hot swap. So you have to account for the board. The board has to account for it being hot swap. Just like, you can't really do anything about it. So that's why mil-maxing exists. But honestly, if it's factory mil-max, like in Alex Sotos, as Alex Sotos mentioned, I think that would be great. I just don't know if there's a difference in cost, if there's a difference in licensing or whatnot, or whatever it is. But I think factory mil-max would be great. Might have been difficulty before, but it might be possible now with slightly better or different manufacturing techniques. Because before, it's all Kale hot swap sockets. Kale hot swap sockets have been the standard, and currently is the standard. But I would love to see it go into Milmax. And for those who aren't aware, does anyone know what Milmax is? I'm pretty sure not many, unless you're into the keyboard hobby, and I know a few of the guys here aren't into keyboards that much, but Milmaxing is, I think I have a couple. Milmax, do I have the Milmaxing? I probably do. No, I don't. Okay, I'm gonna pull one of my other keyboards with the Milmax, which I have Milmaxed. Come on. There we go. I have a keyboard that I have Milmaxed. I'm gonna just show this because I kind of, it is one of those few things. So, this guy, I'm gonna pull this out. Let's take out number 6. All right, and then we are also then gonna grab this. Boom. All right, so that's the difference. Boom. It looks like regular PCB, as you can see there. The difference with this and the Kale hot swap sockets is simply that, and by the way, I didn't realize that the what's it called? The Ducky keyboards, it actually takes 5-pin. A keyboard from 2017 takes 5-pin. A gaming keyboard, no less. It's crazy. But yes, it is one of those few things that you're like, oh geez. And the difference between that and the hot swap sockets, the Milmax, so here's the hole. Oh my god. I just keep thinking of innuendos. Like, okay, so here's the hole. The hot swap socket is basically a shaft, cylindrical shaft, with a hole in the middle, yes, that goes into the socket and has a rim that makes sure it doesn't pop out the other side. Okay. My brain literally is thinking like, stop making it look like innuendos. It's not innuendo. I swear it's not innuendo. But that's what it is. So I'll put this to the side. God damn it. I hate myself so much right now. There we go. Ooh. I like this. This sounds cool. Should I save this? Where's... Oh no. Highland by Streamits. Okay. Oh, can I hit this? Can I hit the save button? Can I hit the add to playlist? Like songs? Yes. Done. Okay, cool. Before it changed. Alright. But yeah, it is one of those things where because it's sitting on top, it is, oh my god, Cray. I understand how it seems from your end, but my god damn it. Cray! No. Bad. Don't do it. You've been in trouble because of that specific thing before. But yeah, it is like one of those things because there is a rim that sits on top of the PCB or the keyboard frame. It actually can't go through. That's why it never lifts off, because it can't. Because you're pushing down on something that has to be pushed down to begin with. So that makes sense. And there's no way to have a Kale hot swap the other way around because it's too thick. Okay. Almost done with this section here. But yeah. I have no clue why it isn't more common. And I think Milmax was there before the Kale hot swap, unless it's 3305, the specific version. From your end, you were the one who was getting defensive and over-explaining. Look, in my brain, I heard it just as I was saying it, and I'm like, if you take it out of context, it's so bad. It's so bad. But yes, it is just one of those things where I'm kind of aware, okay? Jeez. I've made too many jokes about it to not see it. Oh my god. This is the problem. When I make, what's it called? Jokes like that way too much, it becomes a problem. Because I see it, even when I say it myself. God damn it. Alright, so that is for the most one, because I can't fit 3. I guess we'll do MX Browns for the rest of them. Yeah, let's do MX Browns for the rest of them. Or Telios. No, but Telios only have 70 of them. Yeah, let's do MX Browns for the rest of them. I don't want to go in and go too ham on it. Oh, although I don't want to break the rest of the switches because, like I said, if it was previously soldered, it becomes an issue when it's previously soldered. So I don't want to do that if I don't have to, okay? Alright, let's see. There is, I think, we can go with Cherry MX Blues. I think the blues are fine. Maybe the clickies. The Kale Speed Coppers? No, not the copper, bronzes. Bronze. Yeah, these are the bronze. There we go. So we'll do clicky switches on this row because, you know, we don't really need clicky switches at this point. Who needs clicky switches? They're like, just say it. People can. Yeah, this is where the mic is. It's relatively close to the camera. And not too in my face. There you go. I'll move it a little bit. Okay. But yeah, it is gonna be the clicky switches up top. That way, every time I hit one of the keys up top, it'll be complaining a lot. I don't know. I'm a fan of clicky switches when I don't have to type anything in particular. Oh my god, this is one of the one that got bent, unfortunately. I don't even remember bending this, but let's bend it back and it'll be fine. Oh my god. So one of these got bent at one point. Yeah, we'll see. We'll test it in VIA in a bit, but you know, I think this PCB is gonna have a little more issues now that I used pre-soldered switches on it, because previously I did not. And ever since putting the Cherry MX Browns, there have been issues. For example, I think the letter I kept double clicking for some reason, and it could just be the switch at the time, not just the. I'm feeling very nervous. I feel like these are breaking, but it could just be that's really tight fit because I'm using different switches compared to the Glorious ones. Because a Glorious keyboard with a Glorious PCB with a Glorious tray. Yeah. Oh, and this tray rattles a little bit. I think this does need a, what's it called? This does need a breaker in between. That's the difference. I do believe it does need a big breaker in between. And yeah, but you can see it flex. A lot of people say it's not that flexy, but some people keep the stems in the between. So there are basically two little stems in between that make sure this doesn't flex. But I don't know if you guys can see this because I don't have my second camera, but you can, I guess you can see it up the top here, but if I press down hard enough, you can see it just about like flex. So there is a little flex in this stock for the most part, but a lot of it has to do with the foam and the two stems over here. And also you don't have to screw everything in so tight as well. So for me, I screwed this in just enough. Ooh, can you see the flex from there? But I screwed it in just enough so that it is holding the PCB together or the keyboard chassis together without over tightening it. Because I know there's a lot of times where I've seen, oh, if you haven't seen kids in, what's it called? Automotive class? In automotive class, there are just these asshole kids, these horrible kids who they said, oh yeah, just make sure you don't tighten it too much because it's meant to be a caliper. So basically, it's a caliper gauge. It's not one of those that you just spread. So what happens is it's a fine-tuned screw inside of a shaft assembly with a C-clamp. So it's basically a C-clamp, and all it does is you turn the dial, and every time you turn the dial, it slowly lines up with a very specific measurement. So they say, so the automotive teacher says, don't push this too tight, or else you might lose the actual measurement. Because if you crank it really tight, those threads start, of course, because if it's metal, it'll start bending just a little bit. So you'll be off by a millimeter, maybe two, or not even, or 1/10 of a millimeter. And that's enough to put it out of calibration, because normally these things are calibrated to 1/10 of a millimeter, right? But these kids went in and purposely did that. Oh, let's see how tight we can actually get it. I'm like, just, they literally said don't. And then your first thought is, yeah, crank it all the way. I'm like, children, god damn it. What is wrong with this generation? Mind you, they were my classmates at the time, but you know what I mean? Speaking of which, one of those same kids, let me grab this guy. See that one? One of those same kids I saw on the news, actually, at one point. So there was this news going on that this kid was potentially, and I say potentially, murdered by a bunch of people. And by murdered, I mean, like, yeah, he's gone, he's dead. But they think it's foul play. They think it is someone actually went after him. Yeah, that guy, when I heard that news and I saw the face of the person, I was like, yeah, they might have gotten into an altercation, and then at one point that guy got chased down and beat to, you know. But I was like, oh, I'm not surprised that ended up happening, because this guy kept picking fights. And then the next part was, oh, he was such a nice guy. I can't believe anyone would do this to him. And I'm like, yeah, you weren't there when he was the guy who was literally just being an absolute pain in the, you know, rear end to a bunch of people for seemingly no reason. And as someone who goes to the same place that he went, right? And I went, yeah, I can see how friends and family thought he was a nice guy, because I bet you he acted nice and he was nice to friends and family and whatnot. He might have had other troubles at home, whatnot. But when he was in that, in class, yeah, he was a little bit of a, you know, not a problem per se, more of a nuisance, and basically kept trying to pick fights. So I see where their family's coming from, and I don't blame them. It's just, when you're around family, you try to act nice. You don't have much of a problem with them. You're not exactly gonna go, you know, let me fight you, mommy. Like, no, you're not. You don't. Plus, they're grieving. I don't exactly want to go, oh yeah, like, yeah, he was a pain in the butt anyways. No, I just, when I saw that person, I wasn't surprised that, yeah, they were in an altercation previously. And then they just got unlucky at that point, and they had an altercation with someone who was willing to go far enough that they ended up in that situation. So I don't know. It is one of those things. Yeah. Print screen. That seems wrong. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that for later. The print screen sounds wrong. Alright, Tilda 1. I need escape as well. Where's the blue escape? Do I not? Oh, I swear. It's probably over here. Yeah, the blue escape indeed is over here. Alright. It has been 40 minutes. I will drink some water, actually. Water. There you go. Bam. Water. There we go. Okay. Drink water. Anyone watching, you know, hydrate. It's great. Oh my god. But yeah, I don't know. It's just one of the few things where I'm thinking, life is so weird depending on your point of view. You know? Ah, okay. There we go. Oddly enough, the Glorious Lynx switches, they aren't very noisy. They're one of the more quiet switches, despite I don't know why that's... Why is this louder than I remember it? Oh, because I removed the phone! Okay, maybe it isn't as silent as I thought. This is still quieter than most of the other switches I have. Okay. But regardless, 0. There we go. I keep thinking to myself, it's plus then minus, but not minus and plus. Because in my brain, plus comes first before minus. I don't know why, it just is. That's how it works in my brain. There we go. There we go. Okay. Nope. That does not make sense. That's the numero. Here's the tab. Okay. Ooh, I don't like that. But yes, this is one of the few things. And apparently, this is Cherry OEM style, if I remember correctly. GPBT, 11 keys, PBT plastic, non-transparent legends. Yeah, because I remember PBT keys, style sublimation, US layout, PBT keys, US and ANSI layout. Yeah, because I remember when I was going through or trying to read about these ones specifically, they are Cherry profile switches, and apparently the OEM type is slightly taller. Because some OEMs, they have their switches or their keycaps slightly taller than normal. That way it covers the bottom row. Because if I push this all the way down, I'll show. I push one of these keys all the way down. It doesn't. There is a slight gap, and normally that's 1 more millimeter lower for some other keyboards. Keycaps. And that's a slight difference there. So the OEM and Cherry profile switches apparently are 2 different profiles, but very, very slightly. It's just... Jesus Christ. What was that? I could hear that through my headphones. That is nuts. God damn. You know, I never understood why people have those types of cars. Like, I understand the power that you can kind of feel out of like a nice vroom, but that one, it just sounds like a wet fart. It doesn't sound like a powerful thing. It just sounds like, you know, that specific one that went by earlier. It's like, I don't understand how you can make... What's missing? I don't understand what's missing. E? Oh my god. I was wondering, I was like, where is QWERTY? I mean, it's still QWERTY. I'm missing E. QWE. I just started with R. I was like, why is there an extra? Oh my god. I'll just move this one slot. Jeez. Oh, such a pain. God, why? Why have I done that? Too bad. Okay. I do not know why. One more, and then we can put the E in. The E-ink. Oh, and one of my other peeves with certain keyboards, when it comes with OLED screens, I was like, why OLED? Why not a regular LED? Okay. Also, why would you use OLED of all things? Can't you use E-ink at this point? It's such a small display. And I have an OLED item. Where did it go? I do have an OLED item. Why do I keep things just out of arm's length? Oh, there it is. Okay. Just out of arm's length. So, let me just turn this on, but reduce the brightness. So this is... Oh my god, not what I wanted. Put this back. But I guess you can see it that way. So, let me put this... You can probably see it. There. You can see it. There is a 100 in there. As you can see, there is a 100 that is burned into it. And honestly, whenever I use it to 100, because normally I use this at 100 and I put it relatively far instead. And I don't see why this has to be. It's a display to tell you exactly what your settings are. Honestly, e-ink will do fine. It doesn't even have to be, like, I get it. The only issue with e-ink is that it is not very responsive. And honestly, I'll take that trade-off, because once you set it, normally if you forget it with these types of things. Not only that, the Amaranth stuff, you can use an app. So if you want high responsiveness, you can just make it the app instead. So I'm sitting here going, why would you use OLED when burn-in is an issue, especially on these very specific LEDs where pixel shifting is not a possibility just because of how it's not very dense. You can see the individual LED bits that it's going through and the mask that it goes through. So I think to myself, it would have been way better if this specific thing was straight up just not an OLED screen, because it'll burn in and it looks horrible once it burns in. For example, this one. This is an OLED screen. Look how small that is. Honestly, just give me an e-ink display at this point. It doesn't have to be the most responsive thing, because it just has to be responsive enough. Honestly, I think right now we're at the point where e-ink displays, you can have it at about 1 millisecond. It looks, relatively speaking, horrible. There are even ink displays that have multiple colors, which is really good. Like, I prefer the colors. If I can get it, I will definitely have color in my on the display. But at the same time, I don't know. If the whole point is just to have the display so that you can see, or it's just informative for the most part, just saying it's OLED is just a talking point. Oh yeah, it's a high quality OLED screen. No, give me a high quality LCD screen that doesn't burn in as well. And that would have been 10 times better. 10 times better. Infinitely better. Ridiculously better. Instead of this ridiculous thing where it's like, oh yeah, it's a regular OLED screen that's totally high quality. I'm like, no, it's not high quality. It's a crappy OLED screen in comparison to what it could have been. To be honest, you know, don't delude yourself into thinking, oh no, it's a high quality screen, so it's fine. No, it's not a high quality screen. You're deluding yourself. That's what you are. Alt, function, and control. So I'm thinking this guy. Come on. Open up. Open up. Let's try to open this thing. I just want to go. There we go. Got it open. I think it's... put the control most of the right, function on the center always, and then alt for the left hand side. Honestly, I like function in the middle. That way, if you're going for either control or alt, you are hitting either the function or the alt, so you don't make a big mistake. Personally, that's, you know, from personal. Where's the up key? I don't know where is up. Where is up? Oh, there's the up key. I see it. Right next to the shift key. Ta-da! Okay, now for these keys. This is the... Okay, so page up, page down. Let's put page up, page up, page down. That doesn't look horrible. I'll put delete over here, because that makes sense to me. Delete over there. Delete and end. So end and home. Home key. Do we have a home key somewhere? Bring me home. Okay. Okay. Does anyone actually use this? Like the insert and the home key? I think print screen would have been a better choice, honestly. No, sure. Let's put print screen in there. And maybe one day you'll use it. A pause key. You know, honestly, the pause key could literally just be a macro to mute everything and hide all the windows. pause real quick. It's like pause, mute, all windows gone. I think Opera GX has what they call the panic button that you can actually put on a macro, just to make sure. By the way, we got a panic button, just in case you wanted to hide your entire screen. By the way, just you know, FYI, just so you know. It's for the children out there. Oh my god. Okay. Put these away. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You know, actually, it's not the other way around. 2, 1. Okay, there you go. And now I can grab that. Put it over here. And I know I complain about it a lot with these very specific keycaps from Glorious. The way they arrange it, I hate it. I would rather it just be arranged like an actual keyboard instead of per row. You know? I get it. They're trying to make things easier. But honestly, don't change something that doesn't feel broken. For the most part, and there's no real reason to do so. It's not necessarily better either. I tried it. It just being not the best, so to speak. Okay, where is the thing we can do? It's only been a... Yes, I'm opening Opera GX, regular Opera GX. Where's monkey type? Do we got monkey type? Come on. See it? You see it? Come on. Boom. There we go. Alright. We are gonna do a quote, but first, of course, we need our cable. Boom. Little cable. Here. I don't have blue. Weirdly, for a guy who has a lot of blue things, I don't like the color blue. I really don't. I wish I did, but I don't like blue. Blue's one of those colors I just don't like, despite having a lot of blue in my setup. Especially right now. Center stage, blue keyboard. Ugh. Alright, and then we are going to hit that. Okay, so there we are. We are going to put this a little this way. Put that through. Click here. Alright. Oh, actually, let's do VIA first. Let's open up VIA, and we're gonna make sure everything's working before we proceed. There you go. Get to see a little bit of VIA. Actually, a little bit bigger. There you go. Makes it easier. No, it's just I need a key tester. There we go. Key tester. N does not work. Left shift, caps lock. Okay, I was thinking D didn't work. When your D button doesn't work. Enter right shift, backspace. R doesn't work. Okay. Okay, that works. That works. That all works. So that's delete key. Alright, I don't know what this is. Page up. Page down. Home and end. So I used to have that as home and end. Hit the escape key. We're good. Control Alt and Windows as well. Alt and Control as usual, and the space bar. So all that we have issues with, this is N and R. With hopefully we didn't break anything. So we're gonna pull this off this way we don't have issues. R and then N. We're gonna pull this up. Hopefully it's just a bent pin and nothing to do with anything else. Oh, it's not a bent pin. I might have had issues. That's not bent. Okay, so we have to bend this just a wee little bit. That way we can see if we can get this to... Oh. Come on. Hopefully. Okay, so this is what's wrong with the R key. Spot the problem. Yeah, I didn't notice that. That might be a thing. Let me see. Let me grab my pliers. This might be an issue in general with Gale Hot Tops, or Hot Top in general. There we go. So that should fix it. I just pulled it out. That's all I did. I just pulled it. I simply pulled it. And that should be good. And hopefully, it's not going to cause an issue. Hopefully. We don't actually know, and that's kind of the problem. We have zero clue. Okay. Oh, it works just fine now. Wow. Yeah, it's still relatively quiet compared to some other switches. Okay. Okay, now we can actually exit out of this because we know that it works. Ooh, before we hit a key, gonna hit that, gonna hit that, and I don't know if you can see it, but the entire board kind of flexes a little bit. So let me lean on. There we go. Yeah, so you can see the entire board does flex a little bit every time you push down. So it isn't completely inflexible. It's just that there are more flexible keyboards out there. All right, let's move these aside. Again, this is going to be the Glorious Lynx switches, which we're going to do a test on. Where is Opera GX? Holy Jesus. Okay. Yeah, so monkey type. So this is going to be the Glorious GMMK Pro with the Glorious Lynx switches. They are lubed because I've already done the sound test on this. I just need some B-roll, and then I have to take a photo. We'll see if we'll do the photo today, but I might have to use this specific camera for that. But turns out I can't take pictures with this camera while being on stream. So might have to do it off stream, but we'll see. Okay. So I have to set that up next time. All right. We are going to do a sound test. And this is going to be the quote. Okay, the West Wing. I don't know what it is. Oh, because I kept thinking I mistyped the S. Oh, I'm a fool. All right. I don't know if you guys heard that, but I believe that was heard. Let me just do this. Okay. Yeah, that was heard. Okay. Sir, there was this idiotic round robin. It was sarcastic. There was no way they didn't know that. They were just mad at me for imposing discipline and calling them stupid. Yeah, it never goes well when you call anyone in any form stupid. You're better off asking questions and asking them, wouldn't it be better if you did X thing instead of this thing? Or going, why are we doing it in this very specific way? Just asking, oh yeah, because I kind of thought it would be better this way. I'm like, okay, how is it better again? You know what I mean? Like, it's just, you're better off having them believe they came to the conclusion themselves than you showing them the answer, because not everyone likes to look like a complete idiot, right? um yeah, all right, we are going to go do one more. All right. There we go, Skyline Pigeon. 69 words per minute. Ha! Okay. I've never heard of Skyline Pigeon before. And okay, here goes. Turn me loose from your hands. Let me fly to distant lands, over green fields, trees and mountains, flowers and forest fountains, home along the lanes of the skyway. Skyline Pigeon. That sounds like someone who is trapped in a cage of their own, not of their own design, and would like to, how do I say it? And would like to travel the world, and that's literally it. There's nothing too complicated about this one. Um, Fly to distant lands over green fields, trees and mountains. You know, aka travel across BC. Okay, okay, okay. Flowers and forest mountains, home along lanes of the skyway. Yeah, this is one of those nomad type people. There are a lot of people who are nomadic, and it's kind of surprising to me that a lot of people actually like traveling so much. I like traveling, but I wouldn't imagine traveling 24/7. Imagine having just a trailer. It sounds cool, but I think for maybe a couple months in a year, this is cool. Just being in a trailer, going to another place entirely, like a completely different place, and then going back. That's it. Like traveling to, because I remember there was this one time I traveled to Kelowna and I had to take a bus. And the weird part about traveling to Kelowna is there's gonna be a city just past Kelowna because the bus has to go past Kelowna into the city, and that's where the stop is, and then back into Kelowna, and Kelowna is the stop. So taking that Greyhound when I went there to Kelowna, because I think I had a job interview, I believe. So yeah, so I had a job interview for in Kelowna, and there's this place, this one stop, and I can't remember the city, and I wish I had that stop. And there's this Greyhound stop just past Kelowna, a city past Kelowna, something past Kelowna, where I stopped there, and we aren't moving for until the next 2 hours. So the next bus I had to take isn't until like 2 hours later. So I'm like, okay, I'm in this city, early-ish in the morning. What do I do? It's literally 9 o'clock. I'm sitting here till 11, roughly 11:30. What do I do? And I go to this random person at the stop and go, do you know any place I can, get a coffee or whatnot? And they're like, oh, no, I'm not really from here, so I don't know. Okay, cool. And then I go to the bus attendant, right? Because they're the bus attendant. I go, hey, I don't know if you've been here before, but do you know any like coffee shops or anything like that nearby? And they're like, oh yeah, do you see that big mural of an eagle all the way over there? And I look outside through this glass door, right? And there's this kind of old, obviously an eagle. I don't know if it's an eagle or it's a bird, a big bird, right? There's a big bird over there, not the yellow one, a really large bird painting mural. It's like, yeah, just before that mural, you want to turn right into an alleyway and go through the door and you'll be in a coffee shop. And I was like, okay, thank you. So I walk, and it's about three minutes, because this is a big mural. It's a really big mural. It's relatively far away. It's about 3 to 5 minute walk, right? So I walk over, and I reach the mural. I'm like, oh, that's a nice mural. Then I look to my right into what I would hope to be an alleyway, and I see the alleyway that is being described right before this gigantic mural of a bird. And I'm looking at this dark alleyway, and at the end of this alleyway, which is about 12 to 20 steps away from me, is a door that looks so old and so decrepit that the paint looks like it has veins because it is cracked in sunlight. And the problem is, there's no way that this door has been cracked and weathered because of sunlight, because there is a big roof in between me and this door, and it's so dark in there with this white painted door that looks like it has veins, cracked and weathered in the sunlight. But there's a cover on top. I'm looking, and it kind of smelled. It kind of smelled like death. And I'm looking at it going, do I really want to go in there? Because it feels like if I walk in there and open that door, someone's just gonna grab me, yank me in, and no one's ever gonna see me again. This random city above Kelowna. I don't know where this is. It's maybe one city above Kelowna, 2 cities above. I don't know. I just know it's at least one city above Kelowna. I just know it's one stop above Kelowna. I don't know where I am. I had to ask the station attendant for this coffee shop. So I was like, all right, well, if this is my last day, it's my last day. So I go in, I walk into this really dark, cold, dank alleyway. I open the door, and the scent of fresh coffee just wafts into my nose. I was like, oh, pleasantly surprised. Open this door that looks like absolute death into the most pristine coffee shop I have ever seen. No joke. This place looked clean. Like dark wood floors. I look to my right, and straight up there is this glass display. Spotless glass display. All right. There's a spotless glass display of pastries, full to the brim with pastries. Obviously, start of the day, they probably opened at 8. There was like 1 or 2 pastries missing at most. And wow, amazing. And then this place, it had high ceilings, like really high ceilings. Like if I was looking up, I'd be like, this is how you look up. And up there was a large menu. Yeah, whiteboard chalk handwritten menu with drawings of coffee, pastries, special of the day. And I've gone, whoa. Of course, I like coffee. I'm like, wow. I think they had pour over too, espresso. It's basically if Starbucks was good, it was like, whoa. And I look at the place, I'm like, damn. So I go up. I was like, okay, what would you like? Oh, say, yeah, I'll take your mocha. Because a mocha, to me, is the best way you can tell if they have good coffee and you don't just buy the coffee. And the only reason I say is because if you have the choice, if they say they have a dark mocha, go for the dark mocha. Because depending on how sweet their dark mocha is, if it's excessively sweet, it's generic. You're probably not going to get the best beans over there. You're probably not going to get the best. They're tailoring specifically for your general audience. People who have a sweet tooth, who are expecting Starbucks. That's who they're catering to. They're not catering to, coffee enthusiasts in particular. Not that it's wrong. It's just like, I would rather have a really nice coffee experience. And yeah, so I ordered a mocha and I turn around. So I turn around to this cool place, right? And I just expected your generic coffee shop, and I was wrong. It's not your generic coffee shop, right? It was actually, let me add some music to this. Like, yeah, this thing requires a little bit of music. Yeah. So it is like one of the most aesthetic looking coffee shop ever. Just because, and I kid you not, just because I look at this terribly, terribly clean, like actually clean coffee shop, and no one chair is the same. Not one. No one table is the same. And it was cohesive. I was sitting there going, wait a minute, how does this look like this was meant to be when I see a throne? I kid you not, what looked like a throne in the corner of the room. Okay? A throne. And then I see what looks like a garden chair. I see what looks like a grandpa rocking chair in one other corner. And then I see one of the tables is, where they have those spools of wire? That as a table. I see a pristine glass table. I see a garden table. And all of these small little sets of just random mishmash of, I don't know, like random tables and chairs. That makes sense. For some reason, they found a way to take every chair they could find from outside and went, yeah, that's a good chair, that'll fit. and they put it in there. And I'm like, how? I don't understand how. That should be possible, but it is possible, and it does happen. And I'm going, what? Makes no sense. All right. So I end up getting my coffee, right? And I look around a little, and there's this arrow pointing to a set of stairs. It's a little windy stairs that goes up. I take these stairs, and I go up, and the same thing. I see a couple tables and chairs. None of them are the same. And I pick a nice wooden seat. This wooden seat had rounded backrest, and it's one of those seats when you look at the seat itself, you can tell that the seat has been worn down. Someone has been sitting in the seat for years upon years upon years to have this butt shape in it. Like actual butt shape. Like, it's not like someone carved the butt shape into. No. This looked like a chair someone has been sitting on for years upon years to get this specific shape. That's what it looked like. Regardless of whether it was or not, that's what it looked like. I sat down on it, and it was slightly uncomfortable. Only slightly, just slightly. Well, something died. What happened there? No way. Oh no, I forgot. That's what I did. I forgot. I forgot to plug in the second camera. I'm a fool. I said I would. Okay, so this should be a couple minutes. But, you know, I'm gonna say the story here. But yeah, it was this crazy thing. I don't know. I wish I could go back. Alright, so I sit down on this chair that looks like it has been carved by someone's butt cheeks to be perfect for their butt and just catch them as you sit on it, alright? So I'm sitting in this random person's seat at this point, practically speaking. And I start drinking the mocha. Oh, and it was a good mocha. It wasn't too sweet. You can definitely tell that there was really good coffee underneath it and, well, like Dutch processed cocoa. Not the crap that, you know, Hershey's pushes out as your natural cocoa. No, get the dark stuff. The dark stuff is good. Hershey's dark, great. But basically, if you want to find good cocoa, like actually good tasting cocoa, get the alkali processed cocoa. The other names is Dutch processed, because that's the olden way of how to do it. It doesn't cost any more, which is the weird part. It just costs the same for the most part, and it tastes better. And that's what it tasted like. They tasted like they had Dutch processed cocoa. And it was great. It was really good. It was one of the better mochas that I've had. The only one I've had were other coffee places, even places like Waves Coffee over here in Canada, where it is a relatively regular thing here. It's basically, there's Starbucks, Tim Hortons, and there's a Waves Coffee. I don't know if Waves Coffee is a huge franchise, but there's a lot of Waves Coffee over here, especially in the very, not to be too racist, but it's like very Caucasian neighborhoods. There are a lot of Waves Coffee, and you can tell it's made for a more Caucasian audience because there's so many Caucasians every time I go over there, except until you go into like deep into Vancouver, then you just see all the Asians coming. But yeah, it was one of the better coffees I've had. And yeah, it's like a really good coffee. And it's in a city I don't know. All I know about this coffee shop is that it is above Kelowna. That's all I got. It's above Kelowna. The coffee shop is great. It looks like every chair is distinctly different from the next chair, the chair next to it. Every table is distinct from the next table over it. And I'm sitting here going, I don't know. I didn't bother, for some reason, I didn't bother looking at the store name. I should have, but I didn't. Oh my god. Okay. That is that. Okay, so we're gonna try. I believe we might have enough battery in that few minutes of talking to actually get the second camera working. But, yeah, that's crazy. Oh my god. Oh my Jesus. Alright. let's do this real quick. Let's see if we can. Oh, does anyone recognize this shirt? This shirt is a relatively cool shirt. I like this shirt. And it's one of the reasons I have this hat too. I just went like, oh, this is my shirt. Let's see what hat matches it. And it's this guy. UMM. I don't even know if this is a company or anything. I remember this being a gift to me at one point in my life. I don't know who gifted it to me, but this is one of the better hats I've seen, period. Look at it. It's so cool. Yeah. Even the underside has printing on it. It's like, damn. Okay. Let's see. Do we have this up and running at this point? No, it's not. This has such a long boot up time. It's almost ridiculous. There you go. This is an actual I'm actually sitting right now. This is a sitting position that is available to me. I can sit like this. Oh my god, look at my fat. Ugh, I hate that. I really want to get rid of this, but I don't know how. It's like, it's just there. I think I have to exercise so much more just to get rid of this and then maintain it. The problem is maintaining it. Maintaining the... What's it called? Maintaining the fit physique takes as much effort as it is to get the fit physique. It's just like, I guess. Makes sense. If you don't have the fit physique, it's because you're not doing anything to get the fit physique. It makes so much sense. Okay. Yeah, we are in a fast charge mode. Okay. There we go. Should make sure it is running. It is running. We got it. We can go to number... Ta-da! It works again. I don't like it. But yeah. Anyways, we'll do one more. One more. But yeah, that's my weird travel story. That is, to me, it's crazy. It's crazy. But alright. Let's pause that. Okay. So I have two mice. It's because, oh, by the way, this thing, I may or may not have bricked it. I may or may not have bricked it. I don't know what I did, and I don't know how to undo it, but eventually I will be able to undo it. Oh, I hate myself so much. I don't know. I used to do a little bit of programming, but now I don't. So I may have been overconfident and actually bricked it. Is part of my problem right now. Okay, let's hit play on this. Oh wait, no, I can't hit play on this. We're doing a sound test. My brain, such a fool. Okay, there we go. All right, so again, Glorious GMMK Pro, and it is slightly modded. I have removed the stabilization staff in the middle, and I have removed the foam off the bottom. Okay, now let's go. Oh, Glorious Lynx switches lubed. Hand lubed by me. Boom! Over 75. Hell yeah. It's been a while actually since I got the over 75 in a quote. But this is from Back to the Future Part 3. Huh, okay. Cool. This sounds like Doc. Alright. You know when I was a kid? Did I say cowboy? Oh my god. My brain interpreted as cowboy. Look at this. Look at this. Cowboy. Cow. C-A-W boy. Jesus Christ. Made a mistake. Otherwise I could have 82. Alright. Okay. You know, when I was a kid, I always wanted to be a cowboy. And now knowing I'm going to spend my future in the past sounds like a wonderful way to spend my retirement years. Yeah, that's what I don't know. It's been a while since I watched Back into the Future. I don't know how he sounded, but you know, he sounded like crazy scientist. Not quite like Rick from Rick and Morty, but still. Okay. You know, when I was a kid, I always wanted to be a cowboy, and now knowing I'm going to spend my future in the past sounds like a wonderful way to spend my retirement years. Yeah. So, yeah, no, why would you spend your retirement years chasing a dream instead of the years you have right now? If you have a dream, try to chase it while you can, you know? It's like, oh no, I have to pay my mortgage. Oh no, I have to do this. Oh no, I don't have time. Do you really not have time? Let's be real. Is that time watching anime, you know, actually make sense? To be honest, let's be honest with ourselves here. Because that's what happened to me last Saturday. On Saturday, I said, it was 11 o'clock, all right? 11 o'clock in the morning, all right? 11 a freaking clock in the morning. And I told myself, all right, let me watch this one anime and then go to sleep. I watched this one anime and I kept watching more anime. I started at 11 and I looked at the time. All right, it's time to go to sleep. I watched a couple anime. It should be fine. Then I realized I watched a couple of anime. Mind you, I am one of those monsters that watch it at times too. I finished 4 anime. Or caught up to 4 anime. Regardless, none of them were finished. I caught up to 4 anime. I realized after saying, oh, I finished a couple of anime, I should check the time. I checked the time, and it was 5:30. I have work at 8. I decided not to sleep after that because I'm like, nah, it's not happening. It is not happening. You can't. You won't be able to. Okay. But anyways, that is pretty much the end of the stream. You know what? We can do a little bit of like the photo session here. We'll do a little photo session because it's been, what time? Oh, come on, don't waste 10. It's 20 to 10, so we have 20 minutes. But basically, I'm gonna show the idea for the photo. So the idea for the photo is I'm gonna get a close-up, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take away most of these keys. I'm gonna have 2 rows, so I'm gonna remove maybe this. I might keep that. So let's see. So, but basically, I'm gonna have it something like this. Like I'm have the whole thing fill the screen, or be much closer, and I'm gonna see if I can get just one switch to stand out. And that's what I'm gonna try to do. I just don't know how I'm gonna do it in particular. I think I'm gonna have to use this camera and go as with a 30mm macro lens because I can go crazy close with that lens, and that might help because this is a 15 to 50. Yeah, 15 to 50 millimeter lens, and it's fine, but the focus distance isn't great. So I'd have to use the zoom, and if I use the zoom, the aperture doesn't go up as high because I'm at 3.5 for the aperture. And I might see, because if I can set this up properly off stream, then it'll be great because I'll set up Sony Imaging Edge and then use that. And if I can use that, I can just change the settings on screen. Everyone can see the settings I changed to and can see the photo. So I can turn off the grid, do all this bunch of stuff, and hopefully it's great. But we'll see. And yeah, looks like it is a short stream, which is a nice thing for me. But yeah, no, I do this every Monday, just so you guys are aware. Every Monday, every Monday, every Monday on, of course, your regular streaming platforms. Every Monday, the VODs are of course gonna be up on YouTube as a live, and here on Twitch, and of course Kick just in case. But I don't know, because I don't really know anyone on that specific platform, but you know, make sure to follow, hit the subscribe if you haven't, on all the social medias. I'm Enthusiast Naka on almost all social media platform, and the only difference is my review channel will be Enthusiast Impressions. If you want the review channel specifically, it'll be Enthusiast Impressions, and if you want the streaming channel, it'll be Enthusiast Naka and most streaming platforms. Anyways, I will see you guys next time. I know it is a short stream today, but I literally just needed to do this, get a couple shots for B-roll, and I think even this VOD will be a little bit of B-roll as I push things down, but that should be it. Yeah. Anyways, I will see you guys next time. Tomorrow, yet again, of course, my brain is here. Tomorrow will be Mario Kart streams. Yeah, so it'll be Mario Kart streams, speedrunning, kind of, I say. But basically, I'm trying to beat the time trial ghosts there. Alright, have a nice one there, Tilt. Oh, by the way, are you going to be up on Apex later tonight, Tilt? Because if you are, I might just join you. Because normally I stream until 10 and then call it. But it looks like it's early for me, so yeah. Yeah, just do that. And it is going to be... You probably will? Alright, just let me know. I'll probably be on. There's a high chance. Okay. Because I finished dailies. But tomorrow for me, stream will be... Tomas here, I'm about to ask, yes. Time to get wrecked again, of course. See if we can end on a win one more time. But yeah, tomorrow, I'm gonna get through the schedule here. God damn it. Tomorrow will be another Mario Kart stream as usual. It'll be racing against the time trial Nintendo staff Ghost and trying to beat them without Mushroom, an actually hard thing to do. And after that will be an unknown game. I don't know what game I want to play for Wednesday, but I will play for about 2-3 hours a game in my backlog because I haven't touched most of the games previously, so I want to be able to do that a lot more. And the streams are a way to, you know, both stones, you know, entertain some people and actually get back into playing some actual video games. I'm currently stuck in between Portal and Hyperlight Drifter. I think that's what it's called. Hyperlight Drifter or Portal. And I'm thinking because we did Sexy Brutale, which is a puzzle game, we can just do Hyperlight Drifter, but we'll see. I might just choose a random game after that, but I have both Portal with RTX installed and Hyperlight Drifter. So we'll see what we can do about that. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. And for those who are into keyboards, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.